Today we're going to visit these uninhabited islands. Let's head over to this island and explore it and see what we see.
On our way to island number 1.
What's this?
You know, I've been thinking, we sure have been doing a lot of fixing and maintenance videos on this Catalina 22 sailboat series. Let's take a sailing adventure instead. There's all these islands called spoil islands made when they dredged out the channel along the Intracoastal Waterway. Let's sail to them and explore them and see what's on them.
Well, it took us about an hour or more to get the boat ready, but we're off on our adventure. And there's Susie. And we have our little GPS going. It's kind of a lower tide today, but not super low. It doesn't change much. I got my tiller tamer working. Sails are all prepped and ready. Been a while since they've been up.
I thought this islands exploration trip would be good because it's a couple stop and goes. We're going to visit 4 tropical islands, and so we have to raise and lower the sails a bunch of times, pick different anchorages, come in off the channel, have different points of sail. So this is a good exercise for us to get our muscle memory back, as we've been just doing too much fixing and repairs and not enough sailing.
We were just hitting 4 knots, 4.1. And I think we have about a 12 knot breeze here. 10 or 11. And then when it was really good back there, we probably got a 12 or 13 knot breeze. We really took off. And we just really took off. We went from like 2 to 4.5. I just noticed we still have a fender over the side over there. There you go. 4.2. 4.4. This is pretty consistent to be able to go like this today. This is a nice breeze. I'm going to give you an idea of our speed here. Oh, look at those birds way up there. Anyways, look at this. Those birds, are those birds? Way up, look straight up.
Yes.
Wow.
Cool. I think
I don't know. It's so cool though. Huh. And I haven't shown you my solar panel mount, but there it is, no big deal.
full speed ahead, Captain.
Causeway Bridge is a sailing vessel, not enough. Can you hear me at all now?
I can still barely make you out, Captain.
Okay, I guess it's time for new radio. Coming back the other way in about an hour or two. I'm clear, thank you.
Enjoy your day. Leave Causeway prepared to drawbridge.
All right, so we just came through that drawbridge maybe 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. And hey, a sailboat that passed us yelled out that they watched our channel. So I thought that was really fun for that to happen. Anyhow, we're on the Intracoastal, headed north. Been going for almost maybe 2 hours, hour and a half. And today we're going to visit these uninhabited islands. Let's see what's on them. Will there be any shipwrecks? or campsites or people. They're dotting the Intracoastal all the way up the coast here. Let's go visit them and see what we find.
This is the best sailing day we've had, I think.
Yeah, this is the best sailing day we've had. The wind is just consistent. It's like a 10 knot breeze. Maybe it gusts to 12 or 15, 13. So it's like we've been, and plus I don't know, I think the tiller tamer is one of the best inventions ever. I just, look at, I'm not touching it right now in the boat sailing. Look, I'm gonna go over here. I could never do this before. If I let go of that thing, I'd be like, you know, I just couldn't. She'd have to hold it. So it's just like, this is a beautiful thing for me to be able to What's our water depth here?
For 9.4.
9.4.
Pretty good.
Keep it aimed at the island. No, any of the islands around here were like this, but this one we couldn't go to because it appears to be a bird sanctuary, and we can't get close enough to read the sign. We have the monocular, but it's still not high power enough. We're not going to go to this one because there's buoys around it, yellow markers everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's a wildlife island. So that one we can't go to, but we still have islands up here and islands before it. And we took the sails down to come off the intracoastal, so now we're stuck on the motor for a little while. I don't want to go too fast because we're in shallow water here. When you're approaching like a drawbridge or an island and you need to douse your sails, you know, give yourself plenty of time, maybe 10 minutes. You might only need 3 or 5, but we got a little close to the drawbridge, and it's better to have extra time when you're doing this, especially when you're new at it. And as we get closer and it gets more shallow, we're going to slow down and anchor and get the dinghy out. All right, island number 1. We just got the anchor out. Let's head over to this island and explore it and see what we see. All right, we're in 3.9 feet of water. Let's see what the water temperature is today. 68.7, so that's pretty cold. That's a little colder than the fresh springs we have here in Florida. The cabin, look at this radio. We got solar, flashlight, crank. You can crank it, and to top it all off, watch this. Hangs on the lifeline, and it has an antenna. So it's kind of, and I think it floats too. It has a bottle opener. We didn't need to bring my hat. So yeah, what a cool thing, right? A little digital display, and you never run out because you can crank it or get solar. I don't know where I got that. I have the extension cord in our panel here, with the pump coming out the hatch, and I'm gonna go blow up the dinghy. Let's do it.
On our way to island number 1.
Check out not enough over there. This is a rocky island. Here, there's a trail through here. Yeah. Yeah. Which berries? Berries? Yeah, this is really, what I like about this is very secluded. So in the wind, it wouldn't be windy in here. There's no beach to go swimming at or anything. That one looks really good for a beach. Look at that, wow. You know how these were created? because when they made the waterway, the machines that do it, with the dredgers, would come put these piles every so often, and that's how these little islands got here. That's why they're all in a row. Shoal islands.
Well, we made it to island number 2. This one actually has a name. I need to look it up again. It started with a T. I just can't remember what it was called. A few other sailboats out today.
Okay, we were just on that island over there. And by the way, this is my drone. We were just on that island. We just came over to this one, which looked better, and now we see that one, it even looks better. These look like out of a postcard or something from a distance. All right. The water is really clear here. As you go up north, it gets clearer and clearer. So let's go take a look and see what this one looks like. A little fireplace there, or a fire pit. Someone there on their jet ski. So more fire pits. What's this? I'm trying to spell something. A grave? Yeah, when we were in Key West, we found islands like this on our powerboat, and they had tombstones for animals, like pet cemeteries.
That looks almost like it would be a
There's a
grave.
cross. Yeah, it could be a pet's. And there's like a thing leading up to it. That's a little bit odd. There's an osprey with a fish in its talons. Look, it's gonna come right over us. Facing this way. Look at all the sailboats. It's a good day for sailing.
As I was getting this drone footage, I started noticing all these cloudy areas in the water as if something was swimming around, and we'd seen something splashing in the water earlier, so I took off in my drone to find whatever it was. It ended up being a dolphin chasing its prey, and you can even see it kind of playing with it and eating it at some point.
We're at island number 2 still, but it's lunchtime, so we have some soup.
Hearty lentil.
Hearty lentil soup. All right. It's 3 o'clock now. We have 2 more hours really before it's just getting dark. We have some nice wind. It's still 10 knots, 11 knots. It's supposed to go up 1 knot before the evening's over, so we'll have a good sail back. All right, we left the island. We didn't turn the motor on. We just put both sails up and let them flap around so we drifted out far enough and to catch the wind. And we're just coming into the wind there now. So we're moving along. You can see the bubbles. We have about 3 knots. I haven't even really adjusted the sails. I just kind of left them where they were and we're cruising. This is great. Look at that sail shape. Wow. You know all that noise is? It's not my halyard. It's this electrical cable inside the mast that I can't do anything about. And it slaps inside the mast, so I have to listen to that all the time. Makes you feel like you're on a sailboat.
Yeah, the sound completely obscure.
Look at this. Not even steering. I love the tiller tamer. Just kind of set the course, and then I have adjusted the sails a little while we're going instead of steering as much. I think we're going back and forth between 11 and 12 knots down to like 6 knots, and when we go down to 6 the boat just kind of stops or goes down to about 2 knots.
This was really big.
Yeah, this is a big island here.
This is like, I would say this is like 3 times the size of the island that we normally stay at.
Yeah. We've reached the rocky shore of the island. Not enough. A really big horseshoe crab. It doesn't.
Really cool.
No, it's not alive anymore. It's a big
Is it
one.
still in there? Or is it
No,
just, it's exoskeleton.
it's empty. Yeah. It's a big one.
It is.
Yeah.
And
Okay, let's check it out. Wow. This is really great. Look at this.
cool.
We definitely haven't been here before. Why do they need 3 fire pits? Just have 1. Look at this little beach. This would be a good beach to arrive at, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is nice. There's nice sand here.
I think we'll be able to see not enough around from here. Oh yeah, this is nice. Yeah. That's where we parked. Guess we could have rode over this way instead, huh? Now we know. Sounds like they're having a good party over there.
Wow, this one's really cool.
Yeah, this is a great island. It's got a lot of different parts to it that are interesting. All right, well, we cruised away from the island a little bit and we never used the engine. We just kind of drifted away, and we're still in the leeward side of the island, so we're not getting real good wind yet, but I know there's still 11 knots out there to be had once we get away. And we're moving at about a 1.5 knots, so the sails will fill and we'll take off pretty soon. We probably have an hour and 10, hour and 20, so we should be on our home stretch when the sunset is the prettiest. Starburst. Flow over that, huh? Even though, oh, whoa, there's like an echo right here. Look, the wind's blowing this way. It seems like that should be way over there.
We're at 2.0.
Wow, yeah, it gives you a sense of speed when you're up there.
2.9, 2.0.
Let me interrupt. Opening the drawbridge again to go back through. Look at this, sun setting and cruising along at 2.5 knots. I'm probably 45 minutes away from home, so we're going to be Sam home sailing pretty soon in the dark. I'd like to go inside and take a nap while my tiller tamer steers us like he does. Sleep the night away while your boat sails. Wind's gone down to 6 to 7 knots. We're doing 2.6. I turned them on. It's Tuesday night, so it's kind of quiet out here. So we're still just cruising 2.2 knots. You have a mile to go.
When the sun finally went down, we only had about 15 minutes to go, so we lowered the sails and motored in the dark.